little readers, my name is Destiny, and welcome to Destiny's Reading. Tonight we're going to be reading Martin Luther King! By the way, in the real angel way, Martin Luther King. Written by Isabel, Sanchez, Vegara. Now let's get started. So grab your popcorn. I was joking about that because it's night time and your parents won't let you. So be smart. And let's get started. Don't be late for the new series of Martin Luther King. Little Martin was a spiritual boy from Atlanta who came from a long line of preachers. His dad was a preacher. His uncle was a preacher, his grandfather was a preacher, maybe he'd become a great preacher too. One day, a friend invited him to play. Martin was shocked when he was asked to leave because he was black. That day, he realized something terrible was going on. This terrible thing was called segregation. It meant that public places like restaurants and buses had separated places for black and white people. Martin and his friend were sent to different schools. Martin believed that one shouldn't remain silent or accept something if it's wrong. He promised himself when he grew up he'd fight for injustice with the most powerful weapon of all, words. Martin studied at universities in Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Massachusetts. He read about Mahatma Gandhi, the man who improved the lives of millions of Indians with peaceful methods of protest. When he finished the studies, Martin moved to Alabama and became a pastor of a church in Montgomery. Every Sunday, his pulpit, he encouraged his congregation to speak about things that mattered. One evening, a woman called Rosa was arrested for refusing to give up her seat to a white man on the bus. Martin asked the people in his community not to take the bus again until the law changed. Many citizens were inspired by Rosa's story and Martin's words. Suddenly, buses were almost empty. They stayed empty for more than a year until segregation on Montgomery's buses finally ended. It was first major civil rights actions in America, but not last. Martin encouraged people all over the country to stand up for their rights and join in with the peaceful protests. I am a man, I am a man, I am a man, I am a man. They were often attacked and Martin was arrested 29 times, but his followers never fought back with force. He knew that hate can't drive out hate, only love can. Martin helped to organize a protest march on Washington where he gave a life-changing speech. It began with 4 simple yet powerful words. I have a dream. The next year, Martin became the youngest person with the Nobel Peace Prize. His words of hope, peace, and injustice called a nation to its laws to make them equal for everyone. And if you listen to your heart, you can still hear little Martin asking you to keep his dream alive. A dream of a world where we are judged by our character, not by the colour of our skin. That's the end. And I think this book talks about not judging a book by its cover. That's an expression. That without Martin or Rosa Parks, then nobody would have left the bus and nothing would have changed by the buses. All the buses now would have still had separate buses because Martin and Rosa and others helped encourage and inspire others not to go on the bus anymore until the laws the laws changed. So they never went on a bus for nearly a year. They fought for our freedom and injustice and made us live in the world that we're living now. And even now there's still injustice, but we keep Martin's dream alive and never make it dead. It's like watering a plant. If you don't water a plant, it will die. So if you don't keep it alive, it will die. We need to stand together and keep on fighting for our freedom until they change it. That's the end of the story. I hope you enjoyed the story. Make sure to subscribe and like and give some comments in the comments below. Is this north or south? Okay, I'll see you in another Destiny's Reading Corner. Bye! Hello guys, my name's Destiny and welcome back to And if you listen to your heart, you can still hear Little Mouse sing.
What?